New York City, the destination for the Celtics. Big playmaker Jaylen Brown getting dialed in as they await tip-off against the Knicks. Celtics, Knicks, the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, excited to share the broadcast table tonight with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. And now, a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons. Then, on Monday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
And now, the opening lineup for Boston. Bird is out there with Kevin McHale, and it's Kuzi in at the point. And for the Knicks, we've got DeBusschere. Lucas is out there with Reed. Then there's Frazier, and it's Bradley in at the 2 spot. With team fine-tuning rotations in these early stages of the season, Richard, some players can be, I think, unsure about their role.
Hey, but that's part of the job. You just have to stay ready. Whenever your team calls your number, you have to go in and do the job that they ask.
A nice shot by Frazier.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here is Bird, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Frazier, the pass to Lucas. Nice D from Bird. Pass to Kuzi. The Celtics working the ball around now. McHale on the wing. Reed covering. Bird can't hit. Over to the wing. DeBusschere against McHale. Reed dishes to Bradley.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
First team foul. First team foul.
Here is Frazier. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. And Boston with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now, here is Bird. The 3. That doesn't go either for Bird. Bradley with the ball, and it's McHale picking him up. Bradley passes to Lucas. Frazier right side. Hits the front of the rim and out. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Cavaliers. Pass to Kuzi. Now McHale. A wide open look for Bird. That one fall coming off McHale's feet.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot game.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Pass to McHale. Back to Bird. Here's Kuzi. There's the screen. Bird outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And defensively, man, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have versatile defenders to do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifled their opponent's three-point shooting.
Give it up right now for the Knicks. Breaker dance crew.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Celtics second.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Here is Lucas. Up top to Busher. Pass to Frazier. It's Reed, high post.
Celtics foul. Bob Cousy. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now Frazier, his last outing with 20 points. On the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Kuzma, following the score by Walt Frazier. McHale looking for an opening. Back to Bird. Here's Sharman. He has yet to score. And it's Boston with another.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Now here's Bradley. Pass to Lucas. Reed a screen. Now here's Frazier. Not a lot of room. Another shot. And the dunk by Reed.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
So it's the Celtics now. The Knicks making the shot.
Bill Bradley. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's McHale. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Here's Kuzi. Frazier covering. 6 to shoot. McHale passes to Kuzi. Launches it. Kept alive. And that one's good. McHale
stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Frazier the pass to Lucas. DeBusschere inside. Defended by Bird. DeBusschere can't get the basket.
Aggressive move. I know he wishes he had that one back.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Knicks trail by 4. It's Reed, top of the key. Pass to Lucas. And here's Bradley. Screened by Lucas. 6 on the shot clock. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Boston's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Bird kicks to McHale. Pass to Sharman. Here's Kuzma. Frazier covering, and that one good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now, here is DeBusschere. No scoring in this one. Beyond the arc. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Bradley.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Cowan. Here's Kuzma. 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. puts up a three. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bradley dishes to Reed. Now Lucas. To Busher. Passes to Reed. Frazier outside. Pass to Lucas. The three. And it's Sharman with the rebound.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Here's Kuzma. Takes it inside. In the corner, it's Bird. Bird against DeBuscher. Pass to Reed. Outside Bradley. Now Lucas. Frazier left side. From down in the low post, it goes. Frazier's got 9 points.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. For the Knicks.
City Actor.
Here's White. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, the Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, keep learning from these experiences. Back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Tatum looking around. You watch Jason Tatum, Richard. He looks comfortable in everything he does.
And even though it's a hard game, he just makes it look so easy. And I think being an NBA champion, that's giving him a little boost in confidence.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
That free throw, no good. Lots of moments, RJ, shine through in the career of Jason Tatum.
The one that sticks out to me was the moment of relief after they won the finals. The "we did it" quote will live in Celtics infamy, echoing that of the great Kevin Garnett.
He hits the second from the line. The Celtics have been a title contender for years now. So, RJ, what do you attribute that to?
Well, their talent level has been off the charts. But something else you can point to is their defense. The Celtics have been an elite defensive team for over a decade.
Monroe outside. Launches a three. The rebound by the Celtics. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the New York Knicks. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention.
Now, here is Havlicek. Boy, that win against the 76ers. He's another guy who really showed up to play.
And, guys, you got to know who you're guarding. You got to run the shooter off that sweet spot. And for Havlicek, that's anything in the mid-range area.
Here's Jackson, trailing by 2. Shot clock at 6. Here's Monroe. New York, no good that time either. The Celtics have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. The 4th spot held by Jason Tatum.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
That's good from Pierce. Pierce hits 2.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Knicks trail by 4. Outside Jackson. Pass to Jones. Jackson setting the pick here for Jones. Out to the right wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Monroe. They can't stop the run with that one. Celtics leading by 4. Now here's White. Deflects the pass. Outside, Jones. There's the pick. To the paint. And it's White with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And that one's good by Pierce.
And when your mechanics are as strong as Pierce's, putting up a quick shot is not that hard.
And Monroe kicks to Jackson. Pass to Jones. Monroe against Havlicek. A drive by Monroe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And it's on John Havlicek. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
At the line, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Tatum down low. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so Tatum nails them both. And so it's the Boston Celtics bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
We've got Davis. Also Bradley out there. DeBusschere is out there with Reed. And it's masked in at the power forward position. They're the group New York will start the second with. Now, here is Reed over Collins. It's tipped. DeBusschere against Pierce. The kick out to Brown, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pierce. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Now here's White. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, Davis. Back to DeBusschere. Clock at 6. Pass to Bradley. New York moving it around. Here's Reed. And it's Collins with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Here's Pierce. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Knicks trail by 7. Masked the pass to Davis. Pass to DeBusschere. The baseline J. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's White. And a little luck that time, but it drops. White's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
And finally, someone scored.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
Now, here is DeBusschere. Hasn't made one yet. In the corner, Reed with it. New York needs to get off a shot. DeBusschere can't get the basket. Celtics leading by 9. Over in the corner, Brown. Cash money, Brown with the tray.
And this is what the team wants JB to do. Punish defenses that don't respect him from the corner.
For New York, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Looks like it's time to get hyped, Knicks fans. Here they are, your Knicks September squad. Hey fans, we want to get loud, and we've got the perfect team to help. Your Knicks September squad.
checked in for the Knicks. Frazier comes in for Davis. Boston making a switch here. Outside Brent. Pass to Reed. Now Jackson. Defended by Garnett. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Yep, it counts. Kuzi's got his second bucket tonight. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Boston.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Here's Reed following the bucket by the Celtics. Looking to end the run, and he can't bank that one in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Havlicek outside. Garnett, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Havlicek against Bradley. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Lucas is checked in for New York. The Celtics making a switch here. Knicks trail by 14. Outside Brent. Pass to Jackson. And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Top to Busher. Some nice passing by New York here. Lucas kicks to Busher. Shot clock at 6. Here's Frazier, and it's blocked.
And guys, it really looks like they've lost a step here in the second quarter. They have been really stagnant offensively. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Richard, I'll say this. Jaylen Brown's often at the heart of a debate about what his true value is. I think it's immense.
Oh, I don't know what the debate is. I don't know the difference between megastar, superstar, but he is a proven all-star, an all-NBA player, and a finals MVP.
Austin with the ball. After the miss from Walt Frazier. That one goes. Count it.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And when players get into a little extracurricular conversation with opponents, RJ, you think officials are a little quick to hit them with a double team?
No, that's just officials trying to get control of the game, giving both players a warning. That's all a tough technical is a warning, because we don't have both players have been warned. We have both players have technicals.
Somebody doesn't have rhythm. We have a dancer.
Checked in for the Celtics. Bird comes in for Brown.
Substitution.
With the break of the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Number 5, the Knicks.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Bird against DeBuscher. Frazier outside. Pass to Lucas. It's tipped. 5 on the clock. They could use a bucket. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Here's McHale. Here's Kuzi. Here's Sharman. And it's in there. Sharman's got 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The NBA studies other leagues. Commissioner Adam Silver said, I'm a fan of what baseball did with the pitch clock and the size of bases, increasing the engagement and the entertainment value of the game. If they're able to make changes, certainly we shouldn't be afraid to do the same. Back to you guys.
Some forward thinking. Allie, we thank you very much. Austin with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Pass to Bird. Over to Busher. Bird misses.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Frazier scanning the floor. No good off the front iron.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
McHale right side. And it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Knicks trail by 18. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Rackley. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. And here's Boston. They've got a 13-2 run going. Bird, the pass to Kuzi. Pass to McHale. Over to Busher. McHale misses.
And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off his shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
Kevin McHale.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Dave DeBuscher at the line, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And guys, it's really amazing the effect DeBuscher has on this team, especially on the defensive end. He's smart, he's cagey, and incredibly tough.
DeBuscher hits them both. Here's Boston now. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
And you can sense that Rondo taking some pride in shredding the D with his passing, has exceptional vision.
And it's Frazier with the ball for New York. They trail by 18. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Pass to DeBuscher. 6 to shoot. Back to Frazier. Hands it from downtown. Frazier's got 12 points in the game.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
23.
McHale kicks to Rondo. And here's Bird from the arc. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
DeBuscher with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Rondo passes to Sharman. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play and attack mode and get to the line.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws. Knicks trail by 15. And here is Monroe. Inside. Here's Mace. And it's sent back by McHale. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Kevin McHale. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. He doesn't get the second one.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And they get it back. Boston again missing.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Monroe, no good. Boston leading by 15. And it's Rondo in the corner. Back to Bird. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bird's got 11.
Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Monroe against Allen. Monroe outside. 1:14 left to play here in the half. That's not going to do it either. He's 0 for 5. It's Allen on the wing. Still without a basket.
The jumper of Ray Allen is obviously just unreal, but that comes with practice and repetition. Ray puts up thousands of shots every day, perfecting his craft.
3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Some changes for Boston. Pierce is checked in for McHale. Tatum comes in for Larry Bird. And it's White in for Rajon Rondo. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. 1:03 left to play here in the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the Knicks miss again.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
Allen's shot is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Johnson finds Monroe. Shot to stop the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Ray Allen picks one up.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Havlicek is checked in. And so Monroe nails both of them. Here's Tatum. 24 seconds left in the first half. There's the triple. And no good that time. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Celtics lead by 19. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the New York Knicks.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
Okay, time to shift focus. Looking at some games coming up later on tonight. It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the Nets in Brooklyn. That one gets going 7:30 Eastern Time.
I'm looking for a possible upset in that one.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Have to like what we've seen so far from Walt Frazier.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Celtics leading by 19 points. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. We've got McHale. He's out there with Bird. And it's Cowens in at the 5 spot. The Knicks shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Frazier dishes to Reed. Back to Frazier. New York moving the ball around. Pass to Bradley. Frazier outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's Cowens with the rebound. Boston shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Kuzi. There's a good screen. Down low. And Cowens gets it to go. Cowens has got the first basket of the third quarter for Boston.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here is Frazier after the basket by Boston. Shoots it up. DeBusschere can't get the basket. In the corner, it's Bird. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bird's got 14 points for the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. The 9-foot shot. And Boston with the rebound. Cowens has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And the Knicks with possession here. They're scoreless since the first half. It's Reed high post. Frazier kicks to Lucas. To the middle. over McHale. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's New York now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Reed. Pass to Frazier. Clock at 4. Snatched away. Here's Kuzi. Here's Sharman. 6 on the shot clock. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
New York calls timeout.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks City Dancer. That was your Knicks City Dancer.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. And it's Bradley with the ball for the New York Knicks. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Frazier outside. And the drought. Nice jump shot. Good. Frazier's got 16.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Kuzi passes to Bird. Here's Kuzi. Right wing. Here's Cowens. And again, it's Boston converting.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Kuzi. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look.
And so it's New York with it after the basket by Boston. Pass to Lucas. Frazier left side. Reed. And Boston with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Cowens. Knocks it loose. Got a hand on it. Now here's Frazier. Outside Bradley. Bird against Reed. Shot clock at 5. Over Bird. Reed misses.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pass to Collins. Here's Kuzi. Frazier covering. And it's blocked. Bradley with the ball. Nothing on the board. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Bradley. Bradley's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Feel that rhythm, fans. Here's your Knicks breaker dance move.
Teams will make substitutions.
Your Knicks breaker and screw.
Boston with the ball. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Rondo looking around. 5 to shoot. Allen outside. 3-pointer. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Jaylen Brown. Coming off a terrific season. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
Frazier outside. There's the pick. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
The peripheral vision, the decisive delivery, one of the things you love about Frazier's artistry as a playmaker.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Boston Celtics. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. It's stolen by Bradley. Frazier, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
For New York, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. New York moving the ball around. Stolen by Allen. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Frazier, and he gets the bucket. Frazier's got 6 in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Shakes him. It's not going to go for him. Bradley with some nice D. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflection.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And that one is stuffed right through.
That's just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
The Knicks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Here's Jackson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Rackley, he checked in for the Knicks. Monroe comes in for Frazier. And a new group in for the Celtics. Pierce is checked in for Heinsohn. Jason Tatum comes in for Brown. Havlicek, he's checked in for Ray Allen. And it's White in for Rajon Rondo. That's good from Jackson. And Boston has possession. And here's White to the inside. And it's Kevin Garnett with the finish.
How about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Second team foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Boston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Garnett can't get it to go. For New York, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Good work there as it goes. Jackson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Celtics lead 69-44.
So it's the Celtics now. Pass to Tatum. Garnett with the screen on Bradley. Tatum with it. Picked up by Davis. Here's Garnett. Boston, no good that time either. For New York, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Monroe against Tatum. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. Parrish, he's checked in for Boston.
Monroe at the line. One shot.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Monroe. And the Celtics with possession here. Now White. Parrish outside. Pass to Tatum. Havlicek left side. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Brown the pass to Mast. Back to Brown. Here's Rackley. Monroe looking around. Just 5 to shoot. And it's blocked. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And now a look at Jason Tatum. Great showing for him last season. 4th in rebounding. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Now here's White. Pass to Havlicek. Outside Tatum. Back to Havlicek. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Knicks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And, boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now here's White. Fires from way outside. Rebounded by Mast. Difficult situation for New York. Monroe outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Earl Monroe at the line. 1 shot.
.102 left to play in the third. Celtics leading by 21. Pass to Havlicek. Outside Pierce. Celtics passing it around. Havlicek against Monroe. Rejected by Monroe. Pierce with a rebound.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Here's Parrish, and it's Parrish with the jam.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And so Brown will bring it up for New York. The shot's good. Bradley's got 4 points this quarter.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
And the Celtics with possession here. Outside Tatum. Puts up a 3. That shot off. And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Frazier, Reed out there with Lucas. Then it's DeBusschere. That's the 5 for New York right now. And you hear about the second apron, bringing both financial and basketball-related penalties. Richard, you think that shrinks the window for contending teams?
It's going to force some very, very tough decisions. We've already seen teams making adjustments to put themselves in a better financial position. Those penalties, they're aggressive.
Pierce has gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. To Frazier. Just 5 on the clock. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Cowens passes to Pierce. Here's Kuzi. Here's Havlicek. Buries it down low.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. It's Reed, top of the key. Pass to DeBusch. Here is Lucas. Pierce covering. Frazier against Havlicek. And here's Pierce. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite.
Kevin McHale, he checked in for Pierce.
Kevin McHale.
Havlicek outside. And here's Bird for three. Knocks down the three ball.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now here's Frazier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bowie. New York, no good that time either. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Cowens. Here's McHale. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Bradley's checked in for New York. Celtics on offense. They're rolling here with the 9-point run. Here's Bird. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Cowens has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Bradley with the bounce pass. Frazier outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the game getting more spread out. Do you think RJ will ever see an NBA 4-point line?
I doubt it, but I guess you never know. I personally don't think it's a good idea. I think the game needs tweaks, not changes.
Free throw good, Frazier.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And Frazier drops them both.
And Frazier's playing philosophy was established back in high school. Aggressive defense and hitting an open man is more productive than taking the wild shot.
Bird misses. And it's Frazier with the ball for the New York Knicks. Here's Reed. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got 4 assists in the game.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The Celtics have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Pass to Cowens. Over Reed. The shot's good from Cowens. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds. Up top, Reed. RJ, the NBA this season hosting some regular season games in Berlin and in London. Possible basketball markets moving forward.
Yeah, with the NBA looking at a new league in Europe, bringing the NBA games to these cities will help drive the interest.
Now, here is Bird. Sharman. It's rebounded by DeBusschere. Bird against Bradley. Pass to Reed. Banked in off the glass. Reed's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Kuzi passes to Cowens. Celtics passing it around. And it's Bird missing. For New York, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. It's Reed, high post. Back to Frazier. Over Kuzi. Shot by Frazier, no good. Celtics have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Pass to Kuzi. Bird outside. To the right side. Again, the miss by the Celtics. New York shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Back to Lucas. He's your right side. Down low. Reed misses.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Pass to Sharman. Bird way outside. And he stays with it. Here's Sharman. Shot clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Hit the tip. It's good on the putback.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
New York shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Frazier the pass to Reed. Now DeBusschere. Frazier outside. Kuzi with the rebound.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Here's Kuzi. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one on Frazier.
And Kuzi, just an all-around talent, superb passer who also rebounds well at his position. And guess what, folks? He can also score with the best of them.
No good on the free throw. And as the NBA gets more involved in global basketball, Richard, you and I were just talking about this. Commissioner Silver wondering about shortening games to 40 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Well, in the game of 2K, I think the sweet spot is about a 5-minute quarter. But in real life, if you change 48 minutes, there will be a revolt.
He hits the second from the line. And the Knicks with possession here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Frazier kicks to Bradley. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
The Celtics making a switch here. Havlicek is checked in. Now here's Bradley. It's offline from half court.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Havlicek with it. He's covered by DeBusschere. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, second chance points, again, a huge problem for this team.
Here's Bradley. Pass to Lucas. Frazier outside. Wants to get it to Reed and does. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got 5 assists tonight.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Havlicek outside. Richard, we see such an influx of foreign players. Any concern that American-born players will fall behind?
100%. We have to change our development. We have to change our approach to youth basketball because right now the Europeans, 1, hungrier, 2, they have a greater approach for skill and technique at an early age.
Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. To the middle. Here's Cowens, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Pass to Kuzi. Havlicek outside. Just 3 to shoot. Over to Bush. And it's Havlicek missing. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Lucas the pass to Reed. And it's blocked. Here's Kuzi. John Havlicek on the wing. Pass to Sharman. Here's Kuzi. Shoots over Bradley. Kuzi can't hit. New York shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And that one's good from Havlicek.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Now, here is DeBusschere. Frazier outside. To the paint, here's Reed. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
64.
Havlicek outside. Pass to Sharman. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They set the pick. Here's Havlicek. That's good from 17 feet away.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Frazier outside. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.